Have you ever noticed that some of the most exhausted people are not the busiest ones? They show up to work. They take care of their responsibilities. They keep moving forward. Yet something inside them feels heavy. Not because life is unusually difficult, because they are carrying expectations that reality never promised to fulfill. They expect people to be reasonable. They expect loyalty to be returned. They expect honesty to be appreciated. They expect effort to lead to fair outcomes. And when those expectations collide with the real world, frustration begins. A friend disappoints them. A co-worker takes credit for their work. A relationship changes. A plan falls apart. The event itself may be small, but the emotional weight becomes enormous because reality refused to follow the script they had written in their minds. Most people spend years trying to fix this problem by changing circumstances. They look for better jobs, better relationships, better opportunities. Sometimes those things help, but often the exhaustion remains, because the real struggle was never outside of them. It was the constant battle between what is and what they believe should be. The day you stop demanding that life match your expectations is the day something begins to change. Not the world, you. And that change is where real freedom starts. The war against reality. Many people believe their suffering comes from what happened. Often, it comes from refusing to accept that it happened. Think about how much time is spent replaying old moments. A conversation from last week, a mistake from years ago, a betrayal that still feels fresh even though life has already moved on. The event ends, but the mind keeps returning to it. Again, and again, and again. Not because revisiting the past changes anything, because part of us still hopes reality will somehow become different. We tell ourselves that if we think about it long enough, we will finally find peace. Yet the opposite often happens. The more we argue with the past, the more power we give it. Life has a way of moving forward, whether we are ready or not. People change. Situations change. Opportunities disappear. Reality keeps moving. But many people remain standing in the same emotional place, waiting for an explanation that never comes. There is a difference between learning from an experience and living inside it. One creates wisdom. The other creates suffering. The Stoics understood something most people overlook. Acceptance is not weakness. Acceptance is seeing clearly. It is recognizing that reality does not need our approval before it becomes real. The moment we stop fighting what has already happened, we recover energy that was never meant to be wasted. And with that energy, we can finally begin building a better future instead of endlessly negotiating with the past. The trap of control. There is a quiet habit that steals more peace than almost anything else. The habit of trying to control what was never ours to control. Many people spend their days worrying about things far beyond their reach. What others think of them, how a situation will unfold, whether they will succeed, whether they will be accepted, whether the future will cooperate with their plans. The mind becomes trapped in endless prediction. It searches for certainty in a world that has never offered certainty. A person checks their phone repeatedly, waiting for a message. They replay a meeting in their head, wondering how they were perceived. They imagine problems that have not happened and may never happen. Hours disappear. Energy disappears. Peace disappears. Yet, nothing is actually solved. The problem is not that uncertainty exists. The problem is believing uncertainty should not exist. The Stoics taught that peace begins when we separate what belongs to us from what does not. Outcomes do not belong to us. Other people do not belong to us. The future does not belong to us. Our attention does. Our choices do. Our character does. This realization changes everything. Instead of trying to control the entire world, we begin governing ourselves. And strangely enough, that is where strength appears. Not when life becomes predictable, but when we become steady in the face of unpredictability. The person who needs certainty will always feel fragile. The person who learns to act without it becomes difficult to shake. The discipline of the mind. Most people believe freedom means being able to do whatever they want. The Stoics saw it differently. They believed freedom begins when you are no longer controlled by every thought that enters your mind. This sounds simple. In practice, it is one of the hardest skills a person can develop. A negative comment appears online. Someone ignores your message. A plan falls apart at the last minute. And almost instantly, the mind begins creating stories. Maybe they don't respect me. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe everything is going wrong. The event happens in seconds. The reaction can last for days. What separates a calm person from a reactive one is rarely intelligence. It is the ability to create space. A small pause between what happens and how they respond. In that pause, something powerful becomes possible. Observation. Instead of immediately believing every thought, they examine it. Instead of obeying every emotion, they sit with it. They ask a different question. Is this reaction helping me? Or is it simply controlling me? Modern life rewards speed, fast opinions, fast judgments, fast outrage. Yet wisdom often moves more slowly. The disciplined mind does not rush to react. It learns to watch, to question, to choose. Because not every thought deserves attention. Not every emotion deserves action. And the person who learns that gains something rare. The ability to remain steady when everything around them is not. What adversity reveals. Most people view difficult seasons as interruptions. They think life is supposed to move smoothly. Then a setback arrives. A job is lost. A relationship ends. A plan they spent years building suddenly collapses. And they wonder why this is happening. But adversity often serves a different purpose. It reveals what comfort hides. When everything is going well, it is easy to believe we are patient. It is easy to believe we are resilient. It is easy to believe we are emotionally independent. Then, life applies pressure, and suddenly, the truth appears. We discover how attached we were to success, how dependent we were on approval, how much our confidence relied on circumstances remaining favorable. This can be uncomfortable, but it is also valuable, because you cannot strengthen what you refuse to see. Hardship acts like a mirror. It exposes fears that were always there. It uncovers weaknesses that daily comfort allowed us to ignore. The Stoics never celebrated suffering for its own sake. They understood something deeper. Every challenge contains information. Every obstacle reveals character. Every disappointment offers an opportunity to learn something about yourself. Not the version you present to the world. The version that emerges when life stops cooperating. That is why adversity can become a teacher. Not because it feels good, but because it shows you exactly where growth is still needed. And clarity is often the first step towards strength. The freedom of needing less. One of the quietest traps in life is needing too much from people. Not money, not practical help, something less visible. Approval, recognition, validation, the desire to be understood. At first, these things seem harmless. Everyone enjoys appreciation. Everyone wants to feel valued. The problem begins when they become requirements instead of bonuses. When your confidence depends on praise, criticism becomes dangerous. When your peace depends on being understood, misunderstanding becomes unbearable. When your self-worth depends on approval, rejection feels like a personal attack. Without realizing it, many people place their emotional well-being in the hands of strangers, co-workers, friends, and social media audiences. Then they wonder why they feel unstable. The more your happiness depends on external reactions, the less control you have over it. This is why some people remain anxious even after achieving success. The goal changes. The audience changes. The need for validation remains. The Stoics encouraged a different path. Build a life that is guided by values, not applause. Let your standards matter more than public opinion. Let integrity become more important than recognition. There is a unique peace that appears when you stop performing for acceptance. You stop explaining yourself to everyone. You stop chasing approval that may never come. You stop measuring your worth through other people's reactions. And in that moment, life becomes lighter. Because the less you need from the world, the less power the world has over you. At some point, every person faces the same realization. Life will never become completely predictable. There will always be uncertainty. People will disappoint you. Plans will change. Unexpected problems will appear without warning. No amount of preparation can remove these realities from human life. The question is not whether challenges will come. The question is who you become when they do. Many people spend years trying to create a world that cannot hurt them. They search for perfect security, perfect approval, perfect conditions. But those things remain fragile because they depend on forces outside themselves. The Stoics pointed in a different direction. They understood that lasting strength is not built by controlling circumstances. It is built by mastering your response to circumstances. That is why true peace feels different from temporary comfort. Comfort depends on what is happening around you. Peace depends on what is happening within you. When you stop fighting reality, you gain clarity. When you stop chasing control, you gain energy. When you stop depending on validation, you gain freedom. And little by little, you become harder to disturb. Not because life becomes easier, because your character becomes stronger. If this message helped you see something about yourself more clearly, consider subscribing and continuing this journey with us. Every challenge can become a lesson. Every setback can become training. Every day offers another opportunity to strengthen the mind. Until eventually you discover something many people spend their entire lives searching for. Not a life without difficulties, but a mind that remains steady through them. And that kind of strength can never be taken away.